Hey guys, welcome back to part 9 of Wuchang Fallen Feathers Trophy Guide and Walkthrough. From the shrine, we are first going to go to the left, and you can see there is a Bamboozling there. You're going to want to take off running and get him before he can burrow underground so you can get that bamboo shoot. Be careful because there is a trap there. When you come over here to this dead end, you can grab this item. These enemies are not awake yet, but they will wake up because over here at this pagoda, there's an enemy that's going to pop out and it's going to wake these guys up. So be careful. You're going to have enemies coming from all sides. They're not hard, but they can swarm you. So just be careful. We can now go in this pagoda. You can pick up the item that's on the ground right in front of the doorway and continue along the path behind it. Here we have a purple item. Pick this up. It's the Buddha statue, and we need it to progress. So you have to pick that up in order to progress the story. Let's head back over this little bridge. Beware of the trap and take the very first left. When you get over here, you'll see a glowing body, and when you get close to it, the spell will just come to you. This is the Aurum Feather Force spell. Let's head back the way we came. We're going to pass up the shrine and go up the stairs on the opposite side and speak to the Plain Warrioress. You might want to just run up to her and hit her because she looks pretty much exactly like our inner demon, but she's an NPC that you can talk to, so don't hit her. You can come over here to this interact point and place the Buddha statue, and you'll get a cutscene of the water being drained from the pond in front of where we fought the Tang Palace maid. We're not going over there just yet. We're going to come over to our shrine first. Here I'm actually in my pause menu. I'm going to change up my spells because this is pretty much all boss prep. We are getting ready to deal with the hardest boss that we've had so far. And it's way, way harder than anything you've done yet. So you're going to want to get your most potent spells ready. And what I am actually going to do is go farming. I'm going to teleport over to Lightsen Temple, and I'm going to do some farming. And I'm going to show you what I do to farm. And I also have some numbers to give you. So at this point, I'm still using my original longsword. All of these enemies that I'm about to take out, and I just take all of them out in this order. And you can do it in any order, it doesn't matter. But as long as you get every single one of these enemies, if you're using the Cloud Frost Edge, which is what I'm using right now, by the end of it, you will have collected 1,180 red mercury. If you use the Lashing Whip, by the end of it, you will have collected 1,416 red mercury. So it's definitely worth it to change up your weapon, and personally I am going to. I just didn't do it for this particular part. So from the shrine, I'm going to turn around. There are 2 enemies outside of the building behind the shrine, and then there's one on the inside of the building. Come back to the shrine, turn right. You want to use a fire spell to blow up all the enemies that are sitting around the bonfire. One enemy will come out, take care of him. Around the right side of that building is one enemy. And then there's the 2 golem enemies inside the building. That's across from the last enemy. Then go past the shrine into this temple area. There's one enemy to the right, just outside the doorway. There's one enemy in the middle of the courtyard. Go to the right, there's one enemy in that building, and then go straight ahead. There's 2 enemies in here one laying on the bed, and one hiding in the corner. All of those enemies will give you 1,180 red mercury using the Cloud Frost Edge, or 1,416 red mercury using the Lashing Whip. You can do all of this, go back to the shrine, and choose Enter the Dream, and all of those enemies will respawn, and you can hit them all again and earn that exact amount every single time. So that's what I just did. You can do it as many times as you want to until you get enough red mercury to level yourself up to whatever level you think is necessary. So here you can see I'm changing over to the Lashing Whip, and I'm choosing a different secondary weapon. I'm also going to have to go in and change all the benedictions and all of that good stuff as well. So here with the Lashing Whip, I'm going to socket all of the benedictions that are going to be most helpful for this weapon. So basically everything I did in the last video with the benedictions, I'm going to do it again in this one. I'm just switching over the weapon. And that is something good to note, because when you get a new weapon or when you change weapons, they don't automatically have any of this. You have to manually go in and do it. So this is a good reminder to do that. Here you can see I am doing a little bit of upgrading. I took all my upgrades out of the dual swords, and I'm going to move them over. And then with the Mercury Essence that I had, this brings me up to 10 different upgrades that I can do. I did a lot of farming, just throwing that out there. I did a whole lot of farming, and it looks like I'm going to go and use some of the red mercury in my inventory so that I can upgrade 11. Here shortly, I'm going to fast forward. I'm going to speed up a whole lot of this because you don't have to see every single thing that I do. But if anything, this should emphasize to you how difficult this upcoming boss is. That I spent this much time farming and made sure that I had 11 upgrade slots available, which there were 4 in the dual blades that I removed. Just putting that out there. So here I'm using all of them. I'm going to need all the help that I can get, and honestly, so will you. This is if it makes any sense to you at all, this boss is the final tutorial boss. How we're still in the tutorial, I honestly don't know. But this is the final tutorial boss. So this one gives you a real taste of what's to come in the next in the rest of the game. And I'm at this point, I have 3 more videos made as I'm voice recording this, and I can tell you they're all pretty difficult. Some of them are not even as hard as this guy or girl. I don't know, honestly. Yeah, it's not a joke. So make sure that you are 100% ready before you fast travel back to the shrine at that's at Palace Hill. When you're ready, go back to the top of the roof, take this guy out. I always do, just so that he doesn't shoot me when I get down to the bottom, and then climb down the ladder. Now here, totally off topic, the outfit I'm wearing, if you look at her stomach, there's a head coming out of it. I can't remember what it's called, but if you've ever seen that Rick and Morty episode where Morty ends up in Summer's belly and all he can say is, "Open your mind." That's what that looks like, but I don't remember what those things are called. Totally random, I know. So here you go. This is the final tutorial segment. This is going to hopefully help you a little bit before you go in. All you have to do is drop off the side, and if you want to, you can use tempering here. So I don't think, oh yep, my sword is tempered here. So what you would do is slot in that orm in your items and use it right before dropping down. Now, Commander Honglan is extremely tough. Like this boss could fit very nicely inside Black Myth Wukong. It's the first boss that I encountered that made me think that. I'm using the spell where you throw a spear. It's a spell, but you're throwing a spear at the enemy. I think it works very good with this particular boss. It doesn't necessarily work all that good with some others, but it works really good for this one. Remember to dodge a lot with this boss, because every time you perfect dodge, you get Skyborn Might, which helps your spells. Once she gets halfway, she's going to start throwing those, I don't know if it's a water spike or an air spike or what it is, but she'll start throwing those at you, and her moveset is going to change a little bit. If you can stagger her, breaking her poise, that will help a lot too, and then you can get quite a few free hits in. But the best, I'm probably going to say this a lot, the best advice I can give you is get good. Learn the enemy's moveset so that you know when to dodge. This is, at this point, this is muscle memory. This is not that I am just so great at games. This is straight up muscle memory. It's crazy. I did better with Commander Honglan than I did with Soulwood. Once you're finished, you get the trophy, Commander Honglan, for defeating her. And when everything is said and done, you're actually going to load in at Shu Sanctum. You can see I also changed my armor for that fight. The armor that I had on was not good enough. You need to look at the stats of your armor and change it accordingly. If you see that the boss is slashing a lot or stabbing a lot, then you need armor that's going to protect you against that. So that's why I'm wearing this armor. And this is that point where you need to really start paying attention to that with bosses. Come down the stairs and speak to Xuanyangzi. He's going to give us some red mercury. Thank you very much. I just used a whole lot, so I probably need to build up some more. When you're finished speaking with Xuanyangzi, see that guy is up off the ground now. He's not there anymore. I don't know where he is, but he's not there. Go down the stairs to the bottom floor, and straight ahead you can see there's a note here. You can check the note if you like. And then check your benediction box. It's glowing, so it looks like I left behind a couple of items. These are all sellable items, nothing super important. Come over here and speak to Youzai.
You finally woken. Fortunate timing. While you were unconscious, you kept taking
choose the ellipses.
Okay, tell me, how did you end up fighting the Imperial
and
Guard,
say about the Tang Emperor's palace.
Behind that gate lies a... You've just recovered. Don't
He's going to give you a few items.
He's been muttering strange things about you.
And when you're done talking to him, turn around and speak to you.
Taoist's been You've got the look of a warrior. When Zhang Xinjiang, he's dead now. If you're heading that way, I'll be waiting here at the temple.
She's got a lot to say today. When you're done with that, homeboy here is not going to say anything again. You want to go... Well, I came over here to this shrine, and I'm going to use my essence to upgrade. As you can see, I have upgraded some tempering so far. I really need to work on my feathering though, and my strength and agility. I know, these skill trees are crazy. They have so much stuff in them. But yeah, and you can also see like it's in the teen thousands of how much it costs to trade red mercury for essence now. I also changed my outfit. I put on the white DLC outfit this time. Turn around from the shrine, go behind where the sanctum is, and talk to the NPC in the tent, and you'll get a faint red feather. I think I said the shoe sanctum. We're not at the shoe sanctum. We're at the Reverent temple, so I do apologize for that. But yeah, once you talk to the NPC in the tent, you're going to fast travel back to Palace Hill. This is very, very easily missed, so don't forget to do this. Come back here. You can take out this guy again just so he doesn't shoot you. And then go down the ladder. Let's head back over to the arena where we fought Commander Honglan, and you can see that there is a shrine there now. It's very easy to pass this up, but we do want to come and activate this shrine. So offer up some blood and activate shrine 12. I think I said the wrong shrine the last time. I just saw a mistake in my notes. This is actually shrine number 12. So if I said shrine 10 for the last one, I meant 11, and I apologize for that. Once you get to it, you want to teleport back to the Reverent temple. And when you get there, you want to head down the stairs. There's normally enemies down here, but this time there aren't going to be any. We need to go to the left on the far side, and you'll see there's an NPC standing there. That is Nian. We need to go over there and speak to him. I guess I thought I saw something glowing over here, but I didn't. So go and speak to Nian.
Well, I'm here.
And we can go and open up this gate for him. We got the key from Commander Honglan. So open up that door and immediately turn around and speak to Nian again.
Beyond this cave lies clouds. Here, take this. The road ahead is long, my friend.
He's going to give us some spicy soup. And you can get ready because we're about to head to a very cold area. You might be needing the spicy soup to warm up because you don't want to get frostbite. When you get into this courtyard, you can go and talk to the different people that are behind the doors. One of them will give you steamed bunny bun, but the rest of them are not going to give you anything. You can still talk to them if you want to. So make your way around. You can stop at this door and speak if you want to. And there's an item in front of the house over by that debris. So you can grab it. And then head through the door that's on the left. We're first going to head to the left up this little hill here. There's an item at the end, a purple item. This is a faint red feather. Then turn around and we're going to take the opposite path into this tunnel. When you get inside of here, this can look kind of confusing, but it's actually really straightforward. Cross over the wooden bridge, and if you go to the left, there's a dog there. You can take him out. You can see there's something over there, but we can't pass this way. We'll get to it later. Continue going up to collect this item, and then you can't go any further going up. So you'll have to turn around and go down to the other path that we didn't take. When you come down here, there's dead end to the left. Straight ahead, there's an enemy sitting here. Take him out before he can get his bearings. And if you look to the right, there's an item over here by this dead body. You can grab that and then take the other right to this ladder and climb down. This outfit has it too. With the little head that's like coming out of the stomach. There's an item on the left, but we're not going to go all the way over there just yet. We're going to cross over this little bridge. Be careful. There are enemies hanging out against the wall. So you want to take him out. And then there's an item here by the dead body. It's more spicy soup. And here you can check this and choose the Tai Chi pose. If it's not right here, you can choose replace and go and look at the other ones that you have. Wuchang will perform this Tai Chi dance or kata or whatever it is. And when she's finished, you're going to get that item. I can't read it. I'm sorry. My vision is terrible and the screen's very small while I'm voice recording. So I apologize. Let's make our way over to the other side. If you take the very slight detour, you can pick up an item and then go over to the elevator and activate it. It's going to take us down, and this elevator ride is a little bit long, so I'm going to speed it up for you. You can see her arm is getting more and more feathered. It's getting redder and redder. Usually if you put the camera above her, she'll look up at you, but I guess she doesn't do it in elevators. When you get down, if you go to the left path, there's an item that you can pick up. Then turn around and take the right path. There is a couple of enemies sitting at this fire, so try to take them out before they cause too much damage. Don't drop off the side. Continue down the path. And when you get into this area, it looks like there's someone sitting at that fire, but it's actually a dead person. So just go and pick up the item that is next to him. And be careful because coming up is a red-eyed enemy. So it's a regular enemy, but he's stronger and he's faster and he's much harder to kill. Every time he does that spinny thing, it's 6 times. Don't forget about your spells. They're very helpful. And if you have fire spells and he happens to be near the oil drums, that helps too. We didn't need to do that this time. When you kill him, you get a brilliant red feather and red mercury essence. So definitely things that we need. We need those brilliant red feathers to upgrade our weapons. Once he's defeated, make your way over to this area and you can activate that elevator before picking this up because the elevator takes a really long time. Like you're waiting a really, really long time for the elevator to get down and then you have to ride it up and it takes just as long. So activate that elevator, and you can look around here, but it's really just the one item. And then you have to pretty much just wait for the elevator to arrive. So I'm going to go ahead and speed this up for you because it takes a really long time. This might be the longest elevator ride in the entire game. It's actually kind of ridiculous. Anyway, once you get near the top, you'll see that you are in Cloud Spire now. So we're finally in a different place. All the other places that we were in the same general area, but Cloud Spire is completely different. When you get here, go off to the left and you can pick up an item. And then you can stop and speak to this woman. This Hillswatch servant is sitting on the bridge crying. You need to stop and speak to her. She's important for later. And then continue straight ahead, and we have our second riddle door. Read the question and choose the correct answer. Challenge the threads of fate. That will open up this door, and then you can follow the path to the end. This takes us to the place that we saw just a little while ago that we couldn't get to. There is a regular item on the table, and then there is a golden item. And this is the Bridal armor set. So be sure to grab that. And I don't think this counts as a benediction door because there's no benedictions behind it. Come back out, cross the bridge, and if you talked to this lady before and you gave her the dumpling, she'll be here waiting and you want to talk to her. This is Qiao. Definitely talk to her. Her storyline is important. Give her a bunny bun, and she's going to feel better, and she's going to talk to you a bit. She's another long-winded NPC.
Why don't I put it? The headquarters are nearby.
And once you're done speaking to her, you can go and offer up blood at the shrine to activate it. This is shrine number 13. And I know I've got my shrine numbers right now. I went back and double checked. So from here, we're going to be exploring for a few minutes. You can head up the stairs, and if you go all the way to the top, there's an item here. And if you look up, you can see there's a ladder. It just needs to be dropped down. This is going to be our shortcut back to the shrine later on. For now, let's head down and turn left and go up the other flight of stairs. Be careful, because when you get up here, there's an enemy that's going to hurl himself at you and explode. So try to get him to throw himself on that statue. We're going to have quite a bit of those coming up. Over here, you can break these carts, and you see that there's a mine shaft of some sort over there, but we don't want to go there yet. I'm just showing you where it is. We want to go up the path where that enemy threw himself at us. You can read the sign here and then continue up. There's a house directly in front of you and a house off to the left, and then a path to the right. Let's go in the left house first. If you are quick, you can come in here. You'll see there's a woman walking around up there. You can kind of hide from her and get underneath the stairs and get her from there so that she doesn't attack you like a crazy person. And then pick up the items that are in this room. Then you want to head up the stairs. There's another item up there on the little balcony. I am not going to drop down because I don't want to risk taking any fall damage. So I'm just going to go down the stairs, and then we'll go into the other house. From here, you should see the bird. Get him for an aurum feather. We're going to go in the second house. Beware, there is a poison enemy in a jar. These things are hiding all over the place. It looks like a woman's face. I'd love to know how she ended up in a jar. I'm sure there's some sort of folklore behind this, but I don't know it. She gives you a faint red feather and a bunch of other items. Inside the house, there is another item just sitting here. And then if you take the path to the right and turn right, there's a dog hanging out over here. You can take him out to grab the item. Now we want to go up the next hill. This is going to take us to a very tiny village. And we're going to encounter a couple of enemies. These are new enemies. Once you get in the village, I'm like sprinting through to aggro the enemies to get them awake so that they come over here. These guys that just have the little bulb on their arm, you can kill them. But those that have the bulbs all over their heads, they hurl themselves at you and explode. And they're very annoying. You have to time it just right to avoid their attacks. And that can be quite difficult, as you have just seen. They very nearly killed me. And they cause corruption damage on top of that. So be very careful. There's an item on the left side of this road. There's another one on the right side next to this house. And there is a path to the left over here, but we're not going to take it. We're going to come back and do that in just a few minutes. For now, let's go straight up and you'll see Nian is here. So you want to talk to him, get him up off the ground and speak to him.
I rested here for a bit. What's lost is lost.
He's talking about something being lost. There's an item hiding inside that piece of cement. I don't know what it is. Once you've talked to him, turn around and we're now going to take that side path. So go across this rickety wooden bridge. Turn left. You can speak to the person at this door.
Another warrior in the world we find our...
And then continue down the hill. Here, you can interact with this point that says check. And what you want to do is examine. Choose the examine pose here at this interaction point. And when the animation is finished, you're going to get the shoe silk scarf. That is an important item for an NPC later on. So make sure that you grab that. Turn around and kick down this ladder. That is the shortcut ladder over to the shrine. Come back up and we're going to go to the left through this doorway. And there's a new enemy here. I call it the bag boy. He carries this bag of body parts and it's disgusting. And he's for a regular enemy, he's very tough. He's very fast. He has that hook that he swings at you. And if he hits you enough times, he can break your poise. So be very careful. Try to time it as perfectly as you can in order to dodge his attacks. Also, I find flame spells work really well on him. I'm going to have to switch up my spell here soon. There, we got him in a poise break, so he should be done for now. And he gives us a coral bracelet. We need that for an NPC, so it's an important item. There's a lone enemy inside this house, but nothing crazy. You can take him out and go collect the item inside if you wish. And once you're done here, you can head back the way that we came in, because there's nowhere else that we can go. So continue along the path. We're going to pass up Nian since we talked to him already. I'm coming around here just to make sure that there are no hidden items. but you want to go up the stairs. There's an item on the stairs. If you look to the left, there's nothing there. If you go to the right, there is an item back here. You can pick it up if you like. And then head up the stairs again. You can see that there is a bird that gives an arum feather just sitting on the bridge. And you can also pick up a spicy soup. Come through here, and on the right you're going to see 2 NPCs. You want to speak to both of them. The first one is Sun Kiwang. The second one is Li Dingo.
Perhaps if you want the
So once you finish talking to these guys, you can continue down the path. So this looks ominous, lots of bodies hanging. These guys here with the packs on their backs, if they have full health, they will attack you. And they'll throw, I guess, rocks at you. I'm not exactly sure what they throw, but they do attack you. So when you see them at full health, you want to take them out while they're still kneeling because it makes it a lot easier. There should be 3 right there. And if you turn around and go to the right side of the hanging tree, you can find another one of these creepy enemies, the bag boys. They get easier as you go along because you get to learn their moveset. But they're a very annoying regular enemy, and they pop up all over the place. So it's not like they're few and far between. They're really not. Not in this area anyway. Luckily, we got a poise break on him. And now he's done for. So continue on down the hill. You can see that there are a few items here. One of them is purple. That is a faint red feather. Let's go back up the hill. And when you get closer, you're going to see there's an enemy standing there waiting. This is an archer, and he's really large. He's not skinny. He's very muscular and strong. These guys can be tough, but we need to get rid of him in order to get the rebel orders. And then right next to him, you should see a purple item on the ground. That is the Tattered pack. As soon as you pick up those items, turn around and head back to Nian. We need to speak to him again before we move on. So don't continue on. As soon as you get the Tattered pack and the rebel orders, turn around and head straight back to Nian. So once you come and talk to him, you want to hand over the Tattered pack. And the next time you get an option, remain silent. Just choose remain silent. He's going to give you the pose that is sorry. And you guys are going to be friends. And he's going to come and help us a little bit later. Like, he's a cool dude, Lozat. So, once you're done with that, you can turn around. Head all the way back to where we were. We're extremely close to the next shrine. And we're also going to run into an old friend. You can see it's like an ice cave right here. So that gives you an idea about why we needed spicy soup. So cross over this little bridge, and inside of the cave, you're going to see the shrine to the left, and to the right near this bonfire, we see Wu Gang. You can check that paper that is next to him. It gives you 3 spicy soups, and then you can speak to Wu Gang. You want to give him the incense burner. This is going to unlock more items in his shop.
I've got plenty of my own treasures.
And then you can buy or sell if you choose. I'm sure I probably have quite a few multiples of clothing that I've picked up from farming, because the monks drop the fake monk robes and the dazzling monk robes, and those bad guys, they drop all kinds of stuff. Like, you can see all this stuff I'm selling. It's just multiples. I do keep one of each thing just in case. I don't think I'm ever going to wear it, but I do keep it. I only sell the multiples. Then you can come over to the shrine, offer up some blood, and activate shrine 14. So once you do that, you want to go into your impetus. Just from gameplay, you should have 2 red mercury essence already. And then if you can trade any of your red mercury for essence, that could give you another one, maybe even more. So go in here and start doing a little bit of upgrading. We need as much as we can get because this game is just getting harder and harder as we go. We need to keep up. I kind of want that one, that special attack that causes corruption. I don't know how much I would actually use it. The block works really well, but anyway. Once you're done with this, we're gonna say goodbye for this video. So thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and join me back here in part 10. Until then, Khajiit always has wares.